Yeah, I would like to make this video, man, this particular topic that happens like a couple of years ago, I think probably around 2013, things like that. I remember this situation happens, and I just thought it'd be a great idea to make this video about it. I guess put a reminder, how the system operates in a way, but mainly in this particular topic, I like to speak about the situation happened with Christopher Dorner. A few years ago, I think he was like a United States Army sergeant. No, I think he worked for the the Marines, things like that. Like a soldier, the Army, the truth, things like that. The Navy, things like that. And um, he got his the dollar says into mainstream narrative, but the way I see it, even he did have his own manifesto and whatnot, all that. Uh, uh, Mainly, Christopher Dorner was trying to expose um, foul acts from the police department. I think it's probably from L.A., but or probably from New York, something like that. Yeah, it was a long time ago. I'll put links in the description box about this. It's interesting. Go ahead and check it out. Um, but dude trying to Christopher Donor was exposing the police brutality and things like that. And I guess he had a type of knowledge to expose how they operate, probably deeper and further, like a blueprint, what you want to call it, probably like that, possibly some deep detail like that. So he probably get ready prepared to drop that knowledge to the public and whatnot. Probably drop it. The knowledge. Things like that. So one thing led to the other to another. I think he went into like series, duking out with the officers, with bullets flying midair. I think like a couple bystanders got hit by the bullets, whatnot, with Christopher Donner, and officer. And that's the way how they put it into the way. To the particular situation, it looked like something like off the movie. That would look like something off the movie, but mainly, man, how the situation ends from that standpoint that Christopher Dorner, he was trapped into one of those big ass. I think it was like one of those like you go into to the wilderness. It heavily on like a house, but it's built off of like trees. A tree house. It's kind of like a tree house, but not like a tree house. It's like a you know how like when you go to Alaska and it's cold, it's snowy, and you go to the place, kind of like a cabin place, you kind of like that, like made out of wood. You see everything made out of wood, then like that. So it's kind of like that. I mean, I don't think it is. If it, correct me if I'm wrong, that then like that. But apparently, man, Chris was Dorner, man, he got burned alive. This dude got burned alive, man. This dude got burned alive inside a house, things like that. This dude, Chris Dorner, man, this guy got burned alive, man, by the officer, by the police officer. They even admitted. I even remember this a couple years ago, and I was watching this. It was like this kind of like an uncut audio of them, a minute of them burning the house down when inside with Christopher Dorner. I guess they were hurt in the way they could have get him, or they're trying to like assassinate him. Like up close way when called it like, damn it, we trying to be here forever. We trying to be like days, weeks, and months. Be in the same spot like that. So it's gonna burn down and then call it a day. So I mean that's foul, man. That's foul, man. This is how far, and then they got away with it. They got away with just burning Christopher Dorner. Really got away from burning Christopher Dorner, man. This is why I don't take this system seriously all like that when it comes to certain things, man. Especially those in power, especially they friends and connected to white supremacy KKK and things like that. And I'm not gonna take them seriously, man. I'm not gonna take these false prophets and things like that in the mainstream. Things like I'm not gonna take them seriously, man. I can't, man. No, man. No, I can't take the police officer like that seriously. That certain extent would come to he cook his ass officers and whatnot. I don't know, man. I can't. So Christopher Dorner, man, he's not even with us no more. Somewhere else, what you want to call it, heaven, hell. Even though no proof forever at the life, what you want to call it, the spirit realm, whatever. But he's not here. He's not here with us no more. But at the same time, you got these murder killers scot off free. Man, they ain't doing time in jail. They ain't no death row, nothing like that. No year, no multiple months, no nothing, man, nothing. They ain't in jail for burning a man alive. That's crazy, man. That's beyond outrageous to beat, man. That's just ridiculous. So I was just interested to make this video. I say dope back things, so I be knowing it from years ago. So I'll be cool. I'll be great idea to make this now. Another thing, mainstream media don't even mention these type of story. I think I understand, comprehend, understand things like that. Why? Because they don't want it to give people the idea to do their own thing like Christopher Dorner doing. Trying to defend for his own life and self-defense, like buying his own gun, weapons, and things like that, defending himself for self-defense. I didn't know foul in the first place with the whole situation with Christopher Dorner, man. I mean, all he's trying to do, man, is expose, the errors of the police department, things like that. But then they got butthurt that they found out that he's trying to expose them and whatnot. I mean, people already know what's up about the police officer and whatnot. Things like that. It's not all of them, but I already know. You got like all other cover races and other cover KKK. They don't even, some of them KKK don't even walking around with hood. They walking around with a gun and a badge. Now I'm gonna say that one more time. Some KKK don't even walk around with the hoodies, with the white hoodies, whatnot. They walk around with guns and badges. But yeah, man. I mean, come on, man. I can't take this sister seriously when it comes to certain things, man. I can't take these rich people seriously that connect friends and connected to these type of people, man. No, man. I can't. You take it seriously all you like to, but me, no, man. I can't, man. I can't, man. This system is hypocritical, and this what I'm talking about is they using their special treatment, white privilege, things like that. Trying to do all these secret cheat codes and got situation all like that, trying to be lucky enough so they could get out situation they did in the first place, trying to be not trying to be responsible for the things they did, and this is like one of the samples of the get away with murder or something like that. I mean, go on, man. I mean, no, man, no. I think they should be been locked in jail for a long time, for a very long time. He burning a man alive, basically, Christopher Dorner and whatnot, all because he speaking the truth. He being real about the situation, and then the officer from where he live and whatnot. No, it's probably come on, man. He should have burned alive. And then in the beginning, in the middle, the end of the situation, man, you got a couple if people was willing about that situation, but flying over there because of that, and crazy, man. So I was all interesting to bring this back up, conjure up this storyline, and show you in a way that this system ain't what it seems to be. It's a global white supremacy system, what you want to call it. Ain't what it seems to be. I suggest you be conscious, aware of the situation, your surroundings, and your environment. Yeah, man. I'm trying to put my few cents on white buggy on this one. Those who actually did it should be in jail in the first place, things like that, and not no slapping the wrist off because they cut their skin and did the third and whatnot. So that don't make no sense that they get away with murder off because he trying to expose the truth and whatnot. You think? I mean, no, man, no. So I'll put the link in this description box about the situation. So, and things like that. But yeah, man, thanks for listening. Thanks for listening. Like, favorite, try, comment, things like that. Thank you for listening. And yeah, man, that's my honest views and truth and things like that about Christopher Dorner situation. So yeah, man, y'all stay safe out there, and yeah, do the right thing. You know, thanks for all the good stuff. Thanks for listening. And yeah, man, no. But right away too forever.
Is being used against American citizens. The Chris Dorner case is a perfect example. Before we go into this, we first need to address the psychological element of the situation. These kinds of events, which involve blatant deception on the part of the government, are highly polarizing. It separates those who are willing to look at reality from those who are so attached to the religion of the state that they attack anyone who dares to call its intentions into question, as if they were heretics. What's most disturbing about this polarization is that by all appearances, those defending the official stories put forth are willing to swallow more and more blatant lies. It's very reminiscent of the psychology of the population depicted in Orwell's 1984, who accepted daily reversals in the official government propaganda without so much as batting an eye. Those who are emotionally committed to defending the state at all costs in America today are not far from reaching this level of conditioning. Now, whatever your take on the information that I'm about to present here may be, it should be clear that the very existence of the NDAA inherently opens up these kinds of questions. You give a government that kind of power, and you've got to be a special kind of stupid to think that they're never going to use it someday. This case isn't just about Dorner. It's about setting a series of precedents and conditioning the public for a new normal, where drones are used to hunt fugitives within the country, where massive police checkpoints are established all across the country searching random vehicles without warrants, and where hundreds of house-to-house searches were performed with no probable cause and with no warrants issued, and where a flimsy story is presented to explain how a suspect that's been labeled a domestic terrorist is killed before he can have his chance to stand trial. This is just a glimpse of what's coming to America. We've been warning you about this for years, and now it's finally rolling out. If the American people accept this precedent, if they accept this trial run, it's only going to expand from here. Mark my words, this is just the beginning. Now, the simple fact of the matter is that we will probably never know the full story of the Dorner case. There isn't going to be a legitimate investigation. The mainstream media isn't going to do any real journalism. Most importantly, Dorner isn't going to get to give his side of the story, because dead men tell no tales. It was obvious from the very beginning of this manhunt that Dorner was wanted dead, not alive. Early on, a truck loosely matching the description of Dorner's vehicle was spotted, and the police instantly opened fire, hitting 71-year-old Emma Hernandez in the back and injuring 47-year-old Maggie Carranza with flying glass. According to the women who made a statement to CBS through their lawyer, there was, quote, no warning. There were no orders, no commands, just gunshots. Think about this for a second. They opened fire without even taking time to verify that the occupant of the vehicle was a man. From that point on, it was clear to many of us that Dorner was never going to stand trial. Why is that exactly? Could it be that they didn't want him to tell his side of the story? Now, I'm sure you've all heard about this manifesto that Dorner supposedly wrote, and this is being presented to the public as the primary evidence of his guilt. But what real evidence do we have that he actually wrote it? How hard is it to type up a document and put it out in someone else's name? It's not that hard at all. But we're just supposed to take LAPD's word on this, even though the background story here is that Dorner had come forward exposing corruption inside of the LAPD. Could it possibly be that he was being set up? And these are obvious questions, but they're not being asked at all by the mainstream media. We are being fed an official line and we're supposed to just swallow it without any question, even though the manifesto itself is completely absurd and contradictory. This guy is supposedly on a cop-killing rampage, and in the middle of his manifesto, he puts out a call for gun control? Seriously, guys, this is the best you can do? Now, again, we don't really know what happened here, and we probably never will, because the story has been spun in such a way that conveniently destroys all the evidence in a fire. Speaking of fire, I'm going to close this out by letting you listen to the audio from the police scanners that were recorded that night, right before the cabin in Big Bear started burning. Keep in mind as you're listening to this that the authorities ordered media outlets to cut the video feeds from helicopters as this was going down, and the news companies complied.
I don't know. Get it going right now. Fucking burn this motherfucker.